And I'm so excited on a bonus edition of Upon Further Review, brought to you by the good people at Coors Lights. We got the newest, most locked up Raiders. We got Daniel Carlson and AJ Cole with us. Gentlemen, first off, congratulations. A fantastic day for the brand, a fantastic day for specialists, a fantastic day for you two and your families. How does it feel, man? You guys aren't going anywhere. You're stuck with us.
Yeah, it's awesome. Y'all are stuck with us too. So we're fired up and very, very overjoyed and just blessed to be here, man. Blessed to be with this organization for 4 more years.
Yeah, we were just sitting upstairs, signed our contracts at the same time, and we were like presidential candidates. We were like, 4 more years, 4 more years.
Hopefully a lot longer than 4 more years.
Exactly. Hopefully 4 more after that too.
Exactly. So I got to ask you guys, was it just happenstance that you guys signed this extension on the same day? It was just coincidence, or is this something that you went into saying, hey, let's get this all knocked out together in kind of one fell swoop?
It was kind of jokingly the plan all along to do a package deal where we're like, all right, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not leaving together. You know, we're all staying here. Trent already signed his contract before the season, so now we've got the whole gang back together. So we're really excited about that.
You know, all kidding aside, though, how important is it for the trio of you to know, like, hey, no one's going anywhere. Like, we're all locked up. We're all going to be here for the foreseeable future. We're doing incredible things on the field, but now we're making sure that we're going to be able to keep that momentum going. And, you know, there's no need to kind of think what if or what's going to happen as we talk about free agency and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so good. It just takes out some of that doubt. And we've got such a good relationship on and off the field, so much trust in each other. We just have fun together, spend time away from the facility together. So anytime that you like the people you work with, it's a great day. So, yeah, we're just fired up to keep this going. And we feel like we have the best battery in football. And, you know, we just we're excited to all be together. And, yeah, it kind of is really fun how it turned out, us signing the contract on the same day. And, yeah, it's something we'd always joked about, but, yeah, it's really cool when it becomes reality.
You know, and obviously I'm biased in thinking you guys are the best battery in the NFL, but I think one thing that's really cool about the way that all 3 of you guys got here is none of you really took the traditional route to becoming Las Vegas Raiders, and that's really a kind of theme amongst this organization, right? You bring guys in and perhaps didn't have a great first stop or they got there in a different kind of way, and like to go look back to where you guys collectively started and to be like, hey, now we're locked in here, we're not going anywhere for 4 more years, like that's got to be a cool moment for both of you guys individually.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this before. You know, there's been a lot of ups and downs and uncertainty along the way, you know, to get to this point and stuff. So, you know, a lot of prayers and a lot of hard work and a little patience along the way too. And, you know, now it's just a day we got to celebrate, you know, some of that hard work paying off and stuff. So big day for our families and friends and, you know, this organization, hopefully, you know, for the next 4 years and maybe more.
Yeah, I mean, AJ, for you, like I remember the first time we talked to you, I remember you were really honest with us about not knowing how long you were going to be in Napa and am I going to be here for the next 3 weeks? Or we talked about the job a whole bunch. Like for you, it's got to be pretty, you know, almost surreal to be like, hey, that seems like a long time ago. And now I'm approaching the peak of who I am athletically and I'm locked in. I'm the guy here.
Yeah, it's funny because it seems like so long ago, but it also feels like 2 minutes ago. I mean, you blink and you miss a whole season in the NFL, and yeah, it's just really exciting, man. And you know, I think the one thing that I found out being in this business is when you talk to people, very few people have a traditional story. Very few people have a normal route, and everybody's got something they've been through. And you know, we've all, you know, me, Daniel, and Trent, we've all. Actually, Daniel, Trent, and I, that's the proper English, sorry. We've all been through, cut that out. Daniel, Trent, and I, we've all been through the, you know, the ups and downs of the NFL, and we've seen a lot of that stuff. So for us to, you know, get this contract and get this security, we know what the other side feels like. And so I think that just makes us appreciate it that much more.
Yeah, and look, you know, you look at the on-field performance from the 3 of you guys, really, and I include Trent in this as well, but you look at what you guys have done on the field, you know, the past couple of years, but this year in particular, like, this kind of has to feel, I don't want to say like a cherry on top of anything, because we still have a lot of football to go in 2021, but it must feel nice to be kind of rewarded, to be validated for all the incredible things you guys have been doing.
Yeah, I definitely think so, and, you know, the organization putting their trust in us, and, you know, I think we're 3 26-year-olds. Is Trent 27? Trent, are you 27? He's 26. He wasn't. Yeah, he questioned it, but
did he have to think about that for a second?
Did. Weird. Yeah, 26-year-olds. You know, so we're hopefully headed into the prime of our career. You know, going forward as specialists, and so you know, there's nowhere else we'd rather be for that, and you know, no one else we'd rather be doing it with than these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we were talking before we started rolling here about the other specialists that have reached out around the league. Like, I know, and we've talked about this before, about how kind of close-knit that group of dudes is around the NFL. So it must be also really nice to kind of hear those words of encouragement from the, like, your pals around the NFL, too, on a big day for all you guys.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, those are guys we've trained with and, you know, seen each other since high school and, you know, on. And so, you know, it's cool to have friends reach out that have seen you kind of your journey unfold and stuff. So, special day when, you know, those guys are reaching out, texting you and stuff. So asking for a couple bucks to borrow and stuff like that.
No doubt. Yeah, the specialist dynamic is fun in the NFL because we really know each other a lot of the times, and we get the opportunity to train together and compete against each other in the off season and during the season. So everybody's real competitive but close knit, and so you know, when you're going back and forth during the season, there's definitely some competitive juices that get flowing. But when there's a moment like this, you know, there's so many people that have reached out and congratulated, and so I'm really appreciative of all those people.
You know, the natural comparison for you guys, especially the past couple of years, is the triumvirate of Kondo, Seabass, and Leckler, right? They were kind of the last really, I mean, I think they were great. They were a great battery before you guys got here. I know that, you know, we still have a lot of football to play, and we talked about the 4 more years. Hopefully we got 8 more years, 12 more years, whatever it is. But do you guys, on a day like today, let yourselves think about, like, what could be a decade from now? Or are you guys so locked into, hey, we got Kansas City on Sunday, we're going to go celebrate with our families tonight or whatever? Or are you kind of so locked into now that you can't really, you know, give the mind space to something down the road like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the past even, we've kind of talked about, hey, you know, future plans, and we've kind of looked at it in the telescope view where we're looking big picture at what, you know, where we want to head in the future. And so, you know, we've done that years past since, you know, AJ got here basically, and you know, now this is a step in that journey. But yeah, of course we've got a game Sunday, and that's where our main focus is on right now. So we're kind of just excited to almost get this behind us so that we can, you know, go get ready for Sunday and, you know, go get a win and, you know, continue on this season and what's in front of us right now.
Yeah, I was about to ask Daniel if he wants to say it or if I should, because he makes fun of me for it. Every time we get asked a question like this, I say the same thing, and I'm going to say the same thing again. One thing Coach Bisaccia has preached since my first day in Oakland, first day with the Raiders, is you got to spend most of your time looking in a microscope, focusing on your day-to-day. What do you got to do today to be the best version of yourself? But you do have to spend some amount of time looking through a telescope, seeing where you're going, where you headed. Because if you're not looking through the telescope and seeing what your long-term goals are, what's it all for? What are you working for? You have to know what the pie in the sky is so you know what you're shooting for. And so, yeah, you know, especially when there's a day like this and you sign a long-term contract, you got to sit back and say, like, okay, like, you know, where am I headed? What's 4 years from now look like? What's my career arc look like? Like, how do I, you know, want to play? How do I want to live my life? You have to answer all those questions, and then you can go back to saying, like, okay, what do I have to do today to make that more possible of a goal tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think, per usual, Mr. Cole very well said, and I know you guys got a lot to get to, so I'll leave you. I got to ask you this before you get out of here, though. There's got to be, like, some type of celebration, and like you guys going to dinner with your, you know, the families. There's got to be something to celebrate today, isn't there?
That is actually something we haven't really discussed a whole lot. Yeah, because honestly, it happened so fast. So we were kind of surprised with how quick it happened. So we do need to come up with something and, you know, find a way to celebrate. I know Trent's begging for a meal.
Yeah, we'll buy
Trent. So we'll definitely buy him a meal. But
buy Trent dinner.
Besides that, I don't think much has changed.
I celebrated last night. I did. I was about to go to Chipotle like I normally do on Wednesdays, but instead I Grubhubbed Chipotle.
Oh, look at you, man. Hey, look.
Big baller find headed my way.
The only thing I asked from you, AJ, is don't let this money go to your head, man. I know that you got Grubhub money now, but, like, let's stay humble.
Like,
right?
It was a one-time thing. I'm not going to get on here and apologize for it. I'm not sorry, but it felt good.
He's
different. He's different, Daniel.
I was getting Cafe Rio, and my wife was like, "Do you want queso?" And I was like, "Sure."
Oh.
I was like, "Wait a second." I was like, "Do you have to pay extra for queso?" She's like, "Yeah, it's $1." And I was like, "Oh, never mind." So she died laughing at that because, yeah, we knew we were going to sign the contract, and I was like, "Look, I'm not changing. I'm the same old, you know. I'm not cheap. I'm frugal."
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, though. And I think that's the one thing that, you know, that I appreciate so much about you guys. The fans obviously are in the midst of an incredible love affair with all three of you guys right now for how exciting you've been playing, or for, you know, how exciting you've made it look, all the incredible moments. And it's going to be a lot of fun, though, man. I'm excited that we got another 4 more years, hopefully a lot longer than this. Yes. Congratulations, sincerely, from everyone on our side to you guys. This is so cool. We're really, really fired up. And Good luck on Sunday. We'll catch up with you soon. All right, boys?
Awesome.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Eddie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raider Nation.